Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to the live show. How is it going, guys? How is it going? How was your weekend? I hope you had a profitable weekend. I hope you had a profitable weekend. So we are here again today. All right, we are here to look at the market. So currently I've been, looking at LPT throughout the weekend. So on a lower time frame, it has been a good scalp for me on the 5 minutes time frame and all of that. I don't know what you traded during the weekend. So today is a new week, and then we'll look at more opportunities in the market. All right, look at more opportunities in the market and all of that. So currently for LPT, I'm a bit bearish. If I look at the higher time frame, actually I had that trend line on the 1 hour time frame. All right. So as you can see, we've been, rejecting from that trend line nicely from that trend line. All right. So rejected there. Right here, I'm equally hoping that this will come up to that trend line and reject again and all of that. Yes, so I'll be looking to pick LPT to the upside, maybe at the 200-day moving average. All right, when we get to the 200, that is around $5.8 or around 5.7. Anywhere around this area, okay, will be my long setup for the LPT. But if we continue to consolidate around this area, then I'll wait for a break of this trend line. I'll wait for a breakout of this trend line, and then we'll take a trade to the upside. All right. So for LPT, my eyes are on LPT right now. Okay. So entrance will be somewhere around there. Then we can see how we can take that further. This all depends on how it plays out. All right. So that's exactly what I'm looking at for LPT. All right. Yeah. Good morning, Freeborn. How was the weekend? Good morning and welcome to the live show. Hope you had a profitable weekend. Reborn, I hope you had a profitable weekend, and let's see what's possible with other tokens. If I go to Bybit, currently we have the SFP token. Okay, on the gainers list we have OXT, we have the Cyber, and all of these tokens right here. So we'll look at them one after the other and look for possible scalping opportunity this morning. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, welcome from Uganda. Moses, you're welcome. Okay, thank you for joining us this morning. You're welcome. Welcome everyone to the live show. Welcome to the live show. Let me change this to this. Yeah, so we can be able to go through that. All right, so smash that like button wherever you're joining from. Smash that like button and let's do this morning, guys. Okay, so for LPT, this is exactly what I'm looking at, all right? I'm looking at taking a long trade if we can get down to that level of, uh, 5.7 or 5.8. Anything between 5.7 and 5.8 will be where I'll be taking a trade to the upside. Okay. So if we go to lower time frame, like the 15 minutes time frame, you see that this can actually, if you want to short this trade, I believe you can do that, but you need to pay attention to this zone here. If you're going to short, okay, you need to pay attention to this zone because this is the area we've been consolidating over the weekend. All right, so we'll be consolidating around this area and all of that. So if you break that level, then the next level you should be looking at picking a trade is down here. All right, so that's exactly what I'm looking at for LPT. And then before we go to any other token, let's look at BTC. All right, let's look at BTC this morning and see where we currently are. All right, BTC is still around that 26K level. Let me look at higher time frame. So our levels, all right, currently we are at that 318 level, right? The Fibonacci retracement tool that we are using here, okay, currently we are at the 382 level, right? Currently BTC is just at that 382 level, and then what possible scenarios that I'm looking at to happen with BTC right now is if we break this level of the 382, okay, we may likely be going down to the 50% level, right? We may likely be going down to the 50% level, which is around 24,200 and all of that. And then if we hold this position and continue to go up, then we are going back to the 0.23 level, which is around that area of 28K and all of that. All right. So let's see how this week plays out. All right. Let's see how this week plays out and all of that. So when the market finally opens today and all of that, let's see how this will play out. Currently, we are just consolidating around this area. So there are two scenarios that are bound to happen. Either we break below this area and come back to 24, or we just scale through this area and go back to that $28,000 level. Okay, so that is exactly what I'm looking at for BTC. So right now, I'm not doing anything, but if you want to scalp, you can go, you can go down to the 15 minutes time frame. All right, you can go down to the 15 minutes time frame. Here, I can take a long trade to the upside for BTC when we get back to this 26 $37 or $26.40. All right, $26.37, $26.40. You can take a trade up down here and target this area of around 26,200. So those are the the stuff I'm looking at. Just put your stop loss just below, okay, because anything can happen. All right, anything can happen for BTC. I'm equally paying attention to BTC and see how it plays out, throughout today, and see possible scenarios of what I can be doing there. All right, okay. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm looking at for BTC this morning. If you want to, you can go for a quick scalp or wait for this area, this zone here to play out and see whether we are going down or we are going up. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, so welcome everyone. Sunny, you're welcome. Franklin, it's nice having you here. Yeah, good morning, everyone. BLZ, yes, BLZ was equally a trade I was looking at last night. Though I missed the trade, but it would have played out very well for me. I missed the entry. All right, I set my entry actually lower than expected. Yeah, I set up my entry lower than expected, so these setups are no longer valid for now. All right, so yeah, Fibonacci retracement tool still there, and basically what I was looking at for the BLZ trade, okay. What I was basically looking at for BLZ, I think I was, my setup was on the 1 hour time frame. I was looking at this area right here to pick a trade around this area. So this was the zone where I wanted to pick a trade for this particular token. Yeah, that was the zone I wanted to pick a trade. Instead of setting it just above that area, what happened was I actually set my entry to 0.11, that is around 10 cent. Okay, I said my entries are around 10 cent, but what happened, this came to 0.1004 before it started shooting up. Okay, so if I have not set that lower than this, I woke up this morning, I saw that it didn't actually hit my my trade did not trigger and all of that. So it would have hit that trade here, and then we would have taken that to the upside, which would have given us enough profit. Yeah. All right. So for BLZ, I missed that trade. Currently, we are just in the middle of between this area and then our resistance. Okay. This is going to be our support level for now. All right. And then this area here up here will be our resistance. Okay. So let me change that to our resistance area right here. So that will be our resistance. And then this one here will be our support. So we can change this to support. Yeah. So right now, this is what we are looking at for BLZ. All right. So I'm currently on the 1 hour time frame, and what I should be looking at is to short when we get up to this level. All right. I'm going to take a short trade if we get to this level up here at around that 12 cent level. Okay, at around that 12 cent, and be mindful of this first mover to the upside. I think it was on Saturday we had about 0.128 and all of that. So if you want to take a trade at that area, you can equally look at this is the zone where I'll be taking a short trade, and I'll target this area down here. Right, target that support area down there. And then if it happens that we come back to that support area, then it's a good area for a long trade. So you take a long trade up here and target that area up there. All right. So for BLZ, this is exactly the setup that I have here. Guys, one thing you need to pay attention to is patience is everything in this market. Okay. So it's better you get a good trade that will give you some profit than just to rush into trades. Okay. Right now we are in the middle of between this resistance level and the support level. So we can't take a trade right now. Okay. We can't take a trade right now. So let it play out. Either we come back or come up here to the support level, and then we reject from there, or come up to the resistance level, we reject from there, or come down to the support level and then we reject from there. Those are the areas we are going to be taking trade. But equally be mindful that this can actually break out, okay, break above the resistance and go up, or break below the support level and go down. So whatever it is, just play along and see how this plays out, right? So Naziru, that's what I'll be looking at, okay, for LPT, for the BLZ, right? That is exactly what I personally will be looking at. So pay attention to that and let it play out, all right? Yeah, Franklin, let's look at LTC and see what that has for us this morning. Right, for Litecoin has been, yeah, it has been just within this area. So if I go to a higher time frame, okay, So we had, this little move to the upside. LPT, LPT, LPT. So let me look for my entries for LPT on the 1 hour time frame, guys. What right now? So LPT, let me look at higher time frame. Okay. So basically, if I'm looking for entry for LPT, guys, if I'm looking for entry for LPT, I will, just take this into consideration. I want this area here. I want LPT to come down to this area, for instance. That's where I want to be taking a trade. So let's use that area as our support level, right? Let's use that area as our support level. So yeah, let this move consolidate a bit down to that level. So if we have a move that consolidate, like, we have a move like this, and then come back to this area, I want to see this come back to this zone, then I can take a trade to the upside. And this all depends on how BTC plays. That if BTC decides to break to the low, to the downside and all of that, then this setup may not really work. Okay. So currently, based on the area that we are looking at right now, I'll be looking to take a long trade, okay, for the Litecoin. All right. For Litecoin, I'll be looking to take a long trade to the upside. So this is exactly the setup that I personally will be looking at. Even if I go to the 15 minutes time frame, even if I go to the 15 minutes time frame, this setup will still be there and still valid for me, guys. So for Litecoin, I'll be looking to take a trade from here. Okay, let this move that is happening here just play out. So what you want to wait for is to wait for that move to play out and come down to that level. Come down to this level, you pick a trade up down here and then target the up level there. All right. So that's what I'll be looking at. In this case, you need to use tight stop loss because anything can happen. If it happens that we break to the downside, then be mindful of this week that Litecoin can actually get down to this level of 50 $55 and all of that. Okay, so for LPT, this is what I'll be looking at. So allow this to play out. If you can set a limit order for this, you do that. If you want to monitor the trade until when it plays out and come down to this level before you enter a trade manually, you can do that. All right. So is it that you set a limit order so that you don't miss out when that happens, when this move happens, okay? Or you can actually set monitor the trade yourself, and then when it plays that, you go ahead and take a trade. Okay, so the next token there will be XLM. Okay, let's look at what we have on that. Right, these are Franklin's favorite tokens, so he loves trading this. So let's look at higher time frame. Okay, so where are we currently? We are, above that 200-day moving average. As you can see, we tested that 200-day moving average. We had a bounce here. All right, we tested it again here and had a bounce here. So we'll be looking for long setup for this particular trade. Okay, let's be looking for long setups for this particular trade right here. Okay, so there are two areas I'll be looking to enter this trade. Okay, there are two areas I'll be looking to enter this trade. Number one area will be this zone right here. Okay, and number one area to enter a long trade for this particular trade, Franklin, this is what I'll be looking at, or I look at this area because there's every probability that this may not actually get down to this area, but this move that is coming down here can actually come and reject at this area here. All right. So these are the two areas I'm looking at taking a trade to the upside if this plays out. All right. If this plays out. So you can look at lower time frame and see this come down to this zone and reject, okay, and go back to the upside, or you wait for it to come back down to this zone down here, okay, this area where I mapped out here, and then you take a trade. So these are the two areas I'll be looking to take a long trade to the upside. So if I go to the 15 minutes time frame, I'll be looking for this to reject down to this area here, all right, and take a long trade to the upside, or alternatively, you look at, this other area down here, all right? So what I can do, I'm going to pay attention to this trade. I'm going to pay attention to this token right here. So if this plays out, I will leave my setup here. Okay, my entry will be there, and then I'll put my stop loss slightly at just that 200-day moving average. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I can enter, for instance, if I want to risk like $100 in this trade, I can enter with half of that position here. All right. When it gets to 0.1169, okay, I enter, and then if it refuse to hold this area here and breaks down to this area at 0.112, okay, I'm going to add to my position. That is exactly what I'll be looking at, all right? Set up here. So if this comes down to this area, you pick a trade here and take it to the offside, all right? So your target will be this area up here, all right? Just target this area up here, okay? Yeah, so that's what I'll be targeting for this particular trade. And then if it gets down to that area, I will have like a buffer down there that will pick it. Okay, when this gets down to this area, I will pick a trade. Then maybe my average entry will now be in between these two areas here. All right, so that if it goes back up, I will be looking to take a trade to the upside. So Franklin, that is what I will be looking at for this particular trade. Okay, yeah. So for the Cardano, let's look at that ADA USDT. Let's look at what that token has for us this morning. Yeah, ADA USDT. I don't trade this token that often, but yeah, if it is what you want to look at, let's look at it and see what's happening. Okay, guys, so this area here is our support level, all right? So at that around 24 cents or thereabout is our support level, guys. So right now, if you are looking for entries for this trade, I can go to lower time frame and be looking to pick a trade down here, guys. So let's assume that this trade comes down, okay, consolidate and come down. If it doesn't get down to this level of our support, then a possible area where you should be looking at entering a trade would be, this zone right here, guys. All right. So let me extend that to where the price is currently trading. So yeah, I'm looking at this area. Normally, it would have been good for you to enter a trade at that $24, 24-cent level. But if it doesn't get here, okay, what I see playing out here is something like this. Maybe it goes down, goes down, goes down, and then reject from this area here, okay, and take it to the upside, all right? This massive candle is actually what I'm looking at, all right? If I zoom out here, let me say our long setup will be here, okay? But if I zoom out, I'm looking at where this move started, right? Remember, after we had this impulsive move to the downside, this is the biggest candle we had to the upside, aside this one here, this engulfing candle. So I want to look at it coming down back to this level and all of that. That's the areas I'm looking at to pick a trade. Okay, it doesn't matter how long it takes, but I want this to come down to this level. If it does, then I'll be taking a trade to the upside. So you can go to like the 1 hour time frame and use that to set, your trades. Okay, use that to set your trades and all of that. So this is what I'll be looking at to play out. I want to see this gradually play out and come down to, this level here, reject this area, and then we can be targeting, even take it to as high as this, other support area becomes that is now our resistance. Okay, so this area here is our resistance. That's what I'll be looking at for ADA. All right. So get that good long setup that will give you a better trade than just to jump into trades and all of that. So this is what I'll be looking at for this particular trade. Okay. So let that play out and you take a trade accordingly. Yeah, patience is always necessary in trading. Exactly. So we just wait for the good setup, wait for our entry, wait patiently for this to come play out at this area, then we'll take a trade to the upside. All right. Okay. Speak on the way to buy new tokens before it's listed, because after the announcement of the date to be enlisted on the buy bid, I've always checked, but no place to pre-buy. Some of these tokens, guys, some of these tokens is very hard to get a legit project that can actually pay you. All right, but an area where you can see a lot of this token is DEX2. All right, a lot of these new tokens are listed on DEX2, so you can see more or majority of these on DEX2 based on any of the application you want to look at, whether it's on the Ethereum network, the Binance Smart Chain network. If I come in here, you see all networks here. All right, we have Ethereum, we have BNB, we have Arbitrum, Polygon, we have the OP BNB, we have Base. Okay, for Coinbase, we have Solana, we have Avalanche. All of these networks are here. Okay, so any of the projects that are listed, that are being listed or being created with any of these blockchains and all of that will be listed here. For instance, currently I'm looking at all chains, and here you see that we have some tokens that are doing well on the daily gainers list here, right? And then you have these other ones that are losers, and then recently updated on social medias and all of that. You'll see all of that. Okay, hot pairs. You see hot pairs here, and all of this. You see this. You can come in here and take your risk, guys. Okay, come in here and take your risks if you want to. Come in here and take your risk. And the beauty of it is that some of these tokens have not been listed on, on some of the centralized exchanges. Okay, they have not been listed there. But one thing you should note is that if I come in here to pairs, live new pairs, you see that tokens are being created like every second. Okay, every second. This one was created like 40 seconds ago. This is like a minute ago. This is like 11 minutes ago, 13 minutes ago, 13 minutes ago, 16 minutes ago, and all of that. Okay, there was a time I was paying attention to this, but I ended up buying a lot of fake, tokens and all of that. Okay, so normally I look at the liquidity, okay, total liquidity and all of that. If it is 100K and above, I go ahead and buy into that token and all of that. Okay, but this is risky, guys. This is risky. So if you want to use DEX to always use the top gainers here, use top gainers, use the hot press, go and check them out, okay, and look at the people behind the project, what the project is all about, and all of that, and go to Twitter and check and search about that token, okay. What are the hypes around it? Are there many investors going into that and all of that? This is where you can buy a token. All right, you'll see where you can buy it. Just link up your wallet here. Now it depends on the network you are going to be transacting with. Okay, this is on the Ethereum network, so it means that you need to have some Ethereum on your MetaMask to be able to transact with this. All right, if it is on the Binance matching network, it means that you need to interact with that on the Binance matching and buy them, so that then you follow up with them on Twitter, follow up with them on Telegram, so that when it is listed for trading on centralized exchanges, you take advantage of that. Okay. So PEPE token that made a lot of people a lot of money, it was here. All right. It was on DEX too that a lot of persons were buying that token before it was finally listed, and they made a lot of money. So people were trading this here. So like this particular token, you see, I'm looking at this on the daily time frame. Okay. So if I scroll down here, you see that since on the what's the date here? Let me get that date. Take this, and then this is even backed by volume. All right, this started since on the 16th of August, and it has been going up and up and up. So you can imagine, taking this token on the 16th of August, you would have made some profit there. All right, you would have made some profit there if you have followed up this token right here and you've held up. That is over 1,200 to 300% move. Over 1,500% move. All right, that token would have given you that. Right, so you buy and then you would have traded it here. If you have put $100 in this trade, for instance, and you are getting like 1,500% move, that's a lot of money, guys. Okay, that's a lot of money. And then not to talk of when it is listed on when it is listed on centralized exchange for trading. Okay, when it is listed for centralized exchange for trading and all of that. So here SPF, okay, SPF is the name of this token. So you can go ahead and search for that token. Let's go to their website and see what the token is all about, what the project is all about. Okay, this is what it is. You can browse about them. Okay, I think there is a video here. You can imagine a blockchain cryptography token coin powerful enough to flip the S&P 500 total market cap of $37.449 trillion using hypercomputer, telecommunications, science. You can go read them, okay? Their contract address is here. You can add it out on your wallet, and it's based on the Ethereum network, right? Yeah, it is based on the Ethereum network, okay? So, yeah, you have their total supply here. You can see details about everything here, okay? You can go and join them on Twitter, so you can go look at their Twitter handle and see what they're doing. You can search on Twitter and see what people are saying about this token. If it is something that has, whatever that has made it, be pumping for over many days now, it means that, there is something real about this, okay? It means there is something real about this, all right? So whatever is making this to pump since 6 days now, it means there is something real about this. Can't I see this thing without signing in? All right. So yeah, you go follow them on social medias and look at what the token is all about and see if it is something you can buy into. All right. So this is where you can buy for free bond. This is where you can buy, but be careful because you can actually risk your money doing that. Okay. So if you are ready to take that kind of high risk, go to DEX2 and you'll see a lot of tokens that you can be buying there. Okay. All right, guys. So smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. Okay, I only have 7 likes here. It doesn't, It's not fair. Smash that like button, guys. Smash the like button, guys. All right, smash the like button. Let's take it further. Yes, I've looked at BLZ and I've given you my setup for BLZ. Okay, Biju, or Biju or Baiju, whatever your name is. Okay, I've looked at BLZ already and I've given you my setups for that trade. Okay, so that is already on my watch list, and yeah, this is the setup that I have for both long and short trade. Okay, this is the setup that I have for both long and short trade. So if you want to take that, you can go ahead and copy this setup. Okay, go ahead and copy that setup, and basically that is what I'm looking at. Okay, for SFP, let's look at that as well. SFP USDT. Yeah, so we have this right here. This token has been, I think it's currently on the gainers list on Bybit, right? Yeah, we have a topping. Yes. And then we have like, yeah, 66 million in that. So that's a good one. Let's look at, areas of interest right here. Okay, guys, so smash that like button, okay? Smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. And okay, so I'm looking at this area, right? So this area here, we can even take it down there to that area. Yeah, let's leave those fours move. Yeah, we take it down there as this is going to be our support, guys. So changes to support. And then, sorry, this is resistance, okay? This is resistance, not support, resistance. And then down here will be our resistance, guys. Our support, sorry. So we look at this zone down there as a support area where we can be buying. All right. So we buy here, we sell there, and all of that. So if we now go to lower time frames, we'll be looking for this to play out, guys. All right. So yeah, I'll be looking for entries for this particular trade on the 15 minutes time frame. Yeah. 15 minutes time frame will be a good area to look at entries. So look at this to a bit play down to this area. So yeah, we missed that trade already, but my stop loss will be there, and I'll be targeting the 200-day moving average. So that's the area I'll be targeting. Right now, it's still dropping. So wait, if we have a little pullback up there, you pick a trade and then you take it down. Okay, if you have not entered this trade already, those of you who have been following up, if you have not entered this trade already, wait for it to have a pullback up there, and then you can take a trade to the downside. Okay, yeah, allow this to come down. If you want to enter now, you can, but just wait for it to do a pullback to that level of support, our resistance right there. Let us reject it again. So we rejected here once, we rejected it again the third time, and then this is the second time. This is the third time we are rejecting. Okay, it's even 4 times we've rejected here. Okay, this one we have this week here, we have this one here, we have this one here. So if we get back up to that level again, we take it down to the downside. All right. So that is exactly what I'll be looking at for this particular setup for the SFP XFP trade. Okay. So that's what I'll be looking at. All right. So if you want to trade this token, you can go ahead and pay attention to that. All right. And see how that works out. All right. So now zero, let's look at 1 inch. Let's look at the 1 inch USDT. Sorry. 1 inch, right? So let's look at 1 inch USDT. Go to 4 hours. What are we having here? What do we have here, guys? Okay. Yeah. So after that pullback, we still, um, guys, if I want to take a trade here, okay, if I want to take a trade for this, I'm looking at this area. So look at market to return down to this area, all right? So if this pull back down to this area, that would be our base to take a trade to the upside for this particular token. All right. So my entry to the upside would be to take a trade if this actually come down to that area, right? So you go to the 15 minutes time frame, you'll be looking for long setup right here, and you can ride that trend up there. Okay, but put a tight stop loss very close, because anything can happen if BTC decide to go, to continue to go to $24,000 level, then yeah, that will be affecting every other thing in market. Okay, so for 1 inch, look at it, wait for it to get down to that level. That should be your area of interest. You should be taking a trade up there, and you can down there and target, as high as these levels. up there. All right. So in between, you can be taking profit as this continues to go. For instance, if I enter this trade right here, if we get down to this, get up to this level at 24 cents, I'll close half of my position and then move my stop loss to entry in case anything happens. All right. But if we continue to go up, then I'll continue to trail the market until we get to whatever level that I want to look at taking profit. All right. So for XRP, let's look at XRP and see. Now, one thing I need to remind you guys again, okay? For those of you who are just joining, one thing I need to remind you, we look at all these tokens is not a guarantee that you should trade all of them, guys, okay? The fact that we are looking at all of this trade is not a guarantee that you should trade all of them, guys, okay? So right here for XRP, currently we are in this, uptrend movement, and we are currently on that trend line, okay? So yeah, we rejected here. Now we're coming back to that trend line, and then we are at the 200-day moving average, guys. We are at the 200-day moving average, and here you can see that our resistance is now a support. We want to believe that this resistance here will become a support. All right. So you see, we rejected there, rejected here, and now we broke above that area right here. Okay, so this area here is a support right now, our previous resistance that is becoming a support. So we want to pay attention to this area, guys. Now, what I want to see is a rejection here, okay? I want to see a rejection here, then I can take a trade to the upside. Currently, we are at that trend line, okay? If we don't break below that trend line, I want to see a rejection here, and I'll take a trade to the upside, guys, okay? I want to see a rejection here, and I'll take a trade to the upside. You can enter right now, but I will still wait for confirmations, more confirmations, because currently I'm on the 15 minutes time frame. If you want to enter a trade to the upside, guys, you can do that. All right. You can do that right now with market order. Tony, this is what I'll be looking at. Okay. You can do that with market order. Yeah, your long setup will be, up there and all of that. So you can target this previous high there and then put your stop loss just slightly below that trend line in case this doesn't hold. All right, you can enter a trade right now, but I still need more confirmations, guys. I still need more confirmations for this. Okay, maybe I get a massive, green candle moving to the upside. That is what I'll be taking. Or alternatively, I can just, use a trend line. This is on the 15 minutes time frame, right? So I want to see that break the trend line, come down to this level, and then 5 minutes. Okay, I'm on the 5 minutes time frame. So if I see this break that trend line, come down there, then I can be taking a trade to the upside. All right. So, but if you want to enter a market order right now, you can do that and use a very tight stop loss down there. Okay. So for SRP, it is a good entry to the upside. All right. So number one, we are on the 200-day moving average. Okay. Number two, this our previous resistance level, right? This our previous resistance level is now serving as a support. Okay. We want to see that is serving as a support. And number three, we are at that trend line. Okay. This trend line we've been rejecting from, right? So rejected, bounce at that trend line, and I want to see a rejection at this trend line and then to the upside. Okay. So yeah, it is a good entry for a long trade for SRP. Okay. I think I should quickly set up that right now. Let me set a limit order or even enter with market order right now. Okay. And this use a very tight stop loss, guys. This all depends on how BTC plays out. Okay. This all depends on how BTC plays out. All right. So yeah, pay attention to SRP and trade it accordingly. All right. Pay attention to SRP and trade it accordingly. All right, guys. So yeah, that is the setup for SRP. So it's a good entry point. It's at a good entry point. Just wait for that rejection here. Okay, by seeing a candle moving to the upside here and all of that. So remember, we rejected at that 200-day moving average here. We rejected here again. So we want to see another rejection here. If this refuses to hold, then we are going down. Okay, if that refuses to hold, then we are going down, guys. All right. So yeah. Good morning, everyone. Marvelous. Welcome to the live show. Morning, Steven. I was a weekend. Yeah, Ethereum. Okay, let's look at ETH USDT, guys. ETH USDT. So as I was saying, the fact that we are looking at all the tokens doesn't mean that you need to trade all the tokens. Okay, so pick a particular token you are in love with. There's something I've noticed about Franklin. It's always particular, even while we look at every other token, Franklin is always particular about two tokens, all right? A Litecoin, okay, and then the I think SLM is Monero, right? The Monero token and all of that, yeah. He's always, interested in that. And if you continue to look at this every day and you get one good setup that gives you profit, that is a lot, okay? Which is why I say you have to always be patient. If you're looking at a particular token you want to trade, always make sure that it meets all of your confirmations. Okay, it hits all of your entering, your trigger targets, and all of that before you enter a trade. All right. So for Ethereum right now, Ethereum seems to be very weak. Okay. Yeah, Ethereum seems to be very weak. We are at this support level, guys. This is our support right here. So that zone there is our support area. And we'll be looking to take a long trade there. Okay, we'll be looking to take a long trade there. But if Ethereum break below this level, guys, then you should be looking for, a trade to the downside. All right. So currently we are coming down to this level. So I'll go to my 15 minutes time frame and be looking to take to long Ethereum at that 1,650 level. Okay. So 1,650 level, that is where I'll be looking to take a trade to the upside. 1,650 level, guys. Are we looking to take a trade at 1,650? Let's make it at that 650 level, guys. Yeah, so there will be my long setup to the upside, and I can target this high here. I can target as high as this level of the 200-day moving average, but right now let's be taking profit as it continues to move. So your stop loss will be slightly below that zone there and all of that. All right, so I'll take a long trade to the upside here, but if it breaks below this area, then we want to wait for more confirmations. Let's say we now this support now, okay, becomes a resistance. Once we break below that level, then we should be looking to take a trade, to the downside, targeting that area of 1,400 or even lower, okay, or even lower, guys, or even lower. All right, that's what I'll be looking at. This is currently what I'll be looking at. Okay, if Ethereum comes down to this level, I think I'm still holding a position for ETH. Yeah, entered at that one 650. I'm still holding up on to that position and all of that. Okay, so right now I can decide to close it and then re-enter a trade when it gets down there. Let me see. Currently, yeah, we were 15%. Right now we are just 9%. So I'll close it and then re-enter a trade if we get down to that level. Okay. I think I've held that position for a while now. So let me close it and re-enter when we get down to that level. All right. So I'll re-enter a trade when we get down to that level. So for Avi, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. YGG. YGG. Who is trading YGG? YGG had a pump during the weekend, right? So it has to recover. Yeah, that is one thing I say, that if you're following some of these tokens, okay, when it start dumping, just keep paying attention. But even at that, it has not hit our, it has not come down to this, our entry level down there. All right. We're supposed to enter at 22 cents, but I don't know. Where was that? I think YGG has this pump here, right? So yes, we started pumping around this area, went up to around 28 cent level, and then it decides to dump there again. So it decides to dump again. So yeah, be looking for a long entry. This is going to serve as our, let me see areas where we can take, YGG to the offside. Let me take this out of the screen right now. I'm not sure yet if YGG will get down to this level, but if it does, okay, I'm not sure if it will get down to that level, but if it does, it will be a good area for a long trade, okay? So if the YGG token do get down to that level, it will be a good area for a long setup, guys. All right, it will be a good area for a long setup if it does get down to that level. Another area we'll be looking at is using my Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, and then pick a trade at the 786 level, guys. Pick a trade at the 786 level, that is around 23. Pick a trade at the 786 level. This is what I'll be looking at, okay? Currently, we are at the 618 level. If we don't reject from here and start going forward, we are just slightly below the 618 level, right? So the next level to pick a trade for YGG will be at the 786 level, and then put your stop loss just, close, okay? Put your stop loss close so that you don't get, wrecked in this, all right? So we'll be looking to take a long trade for YGG when we get to the 786 level, guys, okay? So the 786 level will be a good area to take a trade to the upside. And then if I decide to bring this to that week, okay, if I decide to bring this to the week here, then the 786 level will come down to the low, but let's use this support level down there, okay? Let's use that level down there. So yeah, be looking to take a trade from the 786 level to the upside. Okay, so for Steven, YGG, that's what I'll be looking at. Okay, anything around 22 cents, you should be looking to take a trade to the upside. Okay, anything around 22 cents. All right, Woo. Let's look at Woo for Marvelous. Marvelous, let's look at Woo. I guess it was Marvelous who equally looked at Woo. Yeah, this is what I was looking at during the weekend, and that actually played out very well. So we actually broke above this level, came back for a retest, and this was a good entry. Okay, so if you have entered this trade round up around that area, this would have given you with the 10x leverage that is around 30% on the spot market. That is around 3% move in the market. Okay, 3% move in the market is something if you are putting in good money there in the spot market. But with leverage of 10x, 30% is a good move. Okay, so yeah, if this comes back down to this area again, okay, if it comes back down to that area again, you want to take a trade to the upside, guys. So if it comes back down to that area, your entry level should be around this area, guys. Okay, be looking at this area, let this market. Okay, so for Marvelous, okay, if this comes back down to this level, I'll be looking to take a trade from here to the upside. Okay, so my entry will be somewhere around there, then I can target this previous high here. All right, that's basically what I'll be looking at for the wood trade. Okay, so I'll wait for this to come down to this area, and then I'll take a trade to the upside. And then if I go to the 4 hours time frame, yeah, 4 hours. So yeah, this support right now is becoming a resistance there for us. Okay. Sorry, it was a resistance here. So right now, let's see that becomes a support for us. We come bounce at that area and take it to the upside and all of that. All right. So that's what I'm looking at. Let this come down to this zone here and you pick a trade to the upside. So for Woo, that is what I'm looking at for Marvelous. Your entry should be around 17 cents and you take it up. Okay. So let's look at Tomo USDT. Tomo USDT. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Was it on Saturday? This is the setup I had on Saturday, but that went slightly above those level. And we are still within that range, guys. We are still within that range. So for Tomo, currently at $1.60, I will be looking for a short setup right now. For Tomo, let's see if we can do like a quick. Yeah, so we've been, consolidating at this 160 level. We even went to 167. So a rejection at this area. Okay, so let me see. Tomo. Yeah. Guys, if you want to risk it, you can do that. Okay. If you want to risk this, currently this area right here. So let's see. You know what? Let me go to higher time frame, like the 1 hour. Okay, guys, for Tomo, I'll be looking to short this market if we get up to that level, guys. Okay, let's look for a short trade for Tomo. You can enter now if you want to, but my entry will be somewhere around there. Just put your stop loss around that area. Then we target this trend line. Let's see if we get down to that level. Or you can just go to the 15 minutes time frame and be looking for a quick scalp here. All right, you're looking for a quick scalp trade here and all of that, guys. So if this comes back up to this level here, all right, that should be a short trade. You can take a short trade if you come back to that level of 160, 161, okay? 161 and then target this, previous low here. 161, you take a trade to the downside and all of that, okay? Until we break this low here, just, pay attention to Tomo and all of that. I'm a bit skeptical about Tomo, so I'm not, quite sure because Tomo is very funny. It can just wake up and just pump this, have this long wick to the upside and, decide to liquidate and all of that. Okay. Yeah, for Tomo, just allow it to play out and take a trade accordingly, guys. All right. So for Tomo, if it gets to 161, I'll take a trade to the downside. I'll take a trade for Tomo at $1.61. Okay, Tomo $1.61. I'll take a trade to the downside. Okay, let me see what my Heikenaichi candle will give me here. Let's do 1 hour. Okay, yeah. So you see green and red, green and red, green and red. Because of these weeks, okay, because of all these weeks at the top here, I feel we should be taking Tomo to the downside, guys. Okay. Yeah, a long setup for Tomo to the downside is what we should be. A short setup for Tomo to the downside is what we should be looking for right now. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So if I'm using my Kanashi candle, yeah, that's what I should be looking at. Okay. I'll pay attention to Tomo. I don't have a good setup right now, but I'll pay attention to Tomo and see how it plays out. Okay. But whatever the outcome is, just share your P&Ls with me on the group. Okay. Whatever your outcome is, share your P&Ls with me on the group. All right, so we look at all of these tokens today, and another token that I'm currently going to pay attention to, okay, SRP, yeah, SRP, I'll be paying attention to that until I get a setup to the upside. I'll be paying attention to BLZ as well, okay, and then, maybe Tomo, yes, I'll be looking at Tomo as well and all of that. So for all of the tokens that you've mentioned there, a few tokens that I will be trading, okay, I have LPT too. LPT is probably another token that I will be looking at as well. So yeah, guys, look at the trade. I'll be going live again later this afternoon. Okay. So make sure you join me in the afternoon. So let's see how this setup works out. Quickly, let me go to SRP and see if that has played out. Okay, SRP. Let's see what we got for SRP. Our setup is still valid for SRP, guys. All right. So we are looking at taking a trade to the upside. Let's go to 15 minutes. Okay, yeah. So SRP is still there. I'm not still convinced yet. Okay, I'm not still convinced yet. So on the 15 minutes, we are slightly below that trend line. Yeah. We are slightly below that trend line, and then below the what's it called? Below the 200-day moving average. So let's wait for this to play out. Okay, let's wait for this to play out. If I see like a massive engulfing candle, or maybe like if this ends up to be a doji candle, all of that, okay? Whatever pattern that this gives me for a confirmation to the upside, I will let you know on the Telegram, okay? If I finally enter a trade to the upside, I will let you know for how to take a trade and all of that. But right here, we are below the trend line, okay? We are below the 200-day moving average. So if we, consolidate here for a while and then I see a massive candle to the downside, then I'll be taking a trade to the downside, okay? I'll be taking a trade and be targeting the 51 cent up to that 50 cent level, all right? Yeah, up to down to that 50 cent level and all of that. All right, but let's see how that plays out, okay? We keep paying attention to this and see how all of this candle plays out. All right, if we continue to go down, then we take a trade to the downside. Okay, so for those of you who entered the market order, I believe nobody entered this trade, right? If you didn't enter the trade, just wait. Let's wait for this to play out. I will give you real-time update on the Telegram group as we progresses. Okay. All right. So yeah. Good morning, First Class Hot TV. Welcome to the live show, guys. Okay, so SRP will be our trade for the day. In case this continues to go down, let's see. We want to see a rejection, come back and retest that trend line, then we'll take a trade to the downside. But if we break above that level, let me shift this, to the side. Yeah, we're looking to break above that area and go back, but we did not. Right? We did not do that. So yeah, I want to see this consolidate for a while here. I want to see SRP come down, okay, and maybe come for a retest and then down there. That is when I can be entering a trade to the downside, guys. Okay, that's when I can be entering a trade to the downside. So that's what I'm currently looking at. I'll pay attention to this trade and see how that plays out. Okay, guys. So yeah, smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel. We do this live trading every day. Okay, and in most cases twice a day. So later in the afternoon, I'll be going live again. So you want to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss out. Right? so that you don't miss out and all of that. Okay, guys. Yeah. So basically, we'll call it a day here until we go live again later in the afternoon. Okay, so make sure you smash the like button for me. And if you don't have a Bybit account, guys, go ahead and use the link in the video description to sign up for an account. Okay, go ahead and use the link in the video description to sign up for an account. Okay, and join the Telegram if you are not there already. Join the Telegram group using the link in the video description. Okay, so the Bybit trading competition will be coming to an end this weekend. All right, and as it comes to an end, I have another competition loading up. All right, guys. So I'm going to be engaging with the Gate.io competition. Okay, going forward. So this competition will be starting. Registration will be starting 16 hours from now. Okay, registration for this ongoing competition will be starting 16 hours from now. And Gate.io has set aside 5 million naira, 5 million US dollars, okay, for this competition. So if you want to be a part of this, guys, all you just need to do is to go to the description of this video. On the top 10 best exchanges that I recommended, okay, Gate.io is one of those exchanges. So sign up for an account. Then I'll let you know when this is on, okay? I'll let you know when this is on and all of that. So hopefully by tomorrow we should start registering. And I think Gate.io has a lot of stuff here for notifications for early bets. Okay, if you register early, you stand a chance to share in 20,000. A lot of registration. You get a lucky draw where you can draw and win some bonuses and all of that. So yeah, you can go ahead and read the instruction here. This competition will be starting. The trading competition starts on the 31st of this month. Okay, and then it will be ending sometime in September. And there are a lot of iPads, okay, iPhones, a lot, about 21 iPhones or thereabout. I'm not sure yet, but I'll be part of those that will be giving out the iPhones live on their channel, okay? So I'll be live on their channel every day to be giving out those iPhones, the iPads, okay? All of the giveaways that they'll be doing, I'll be part of the Gate.io, trading competition to be giving out those, phones. And I want people from my community to equally be part of those who win either the iPhone, the iPad. It will help you a lot in your trading journey, okay? So when we are doing the giveaway, I want you to qualify for that. And all you need to qualify for this is just do a trading volume of, I think it's $20,000, right? Yeah, so early bird registration starts on the 22nd, being tomorrow, okay? And this will end on the 24th, right? Yes. So official registration will begin, okay, from 24th or there about 25th to 20, that is 25th, okay, up to 24th of September. Yes, then we have the competition period, which will start on the 31st of August, and it will be ending on the 27th of, September, okay? So, yeah, you need a minimum of $100 in your account, all right? This one, I believe everybody should be able to participate. So go to the description of this video. You see Gate.io link here. Sign up for a Gate.io account. Make a deposit of $100 into your account, okay? I'll be actively involved in this competition. And above all, I'll be part of the team that will be giving out iPhones, iPad, okay, all of those giveaways that Gate.io will be doing. I'm going to be part of that, and I want people from my community to be, winners of those, So you just need a minimum of $100 in your futures trading account or $500 in your spot trading account to be able to participate in this competition, okay? And Gate.io has, the Web3 version of it where you need to just link up your MetaMask to their exchange and you start trading. With that one, you don't need verification. But if you are using the exchange itself, okay, you need to verify your account. All right. Okay. So yes, I'm looking at the trading volume you need to do to be able to qualify to get those winning. I think it's around $20,000. I can't really see where is that stuff. Yeah, $100, $500. It's somewhere around there. Okay, I saw it this morning. Okay, I saw it this morning when I was going through this. Okay, when I was going through this, I saw it and just pay attention. Okay, I'll let you know. Okay, these are the rules. Let's see qualification for the giveaway will be how many is the trading volume? I think it's around either 20,000 or 30. It's $20,000. Yes, trading volume is around $20,000. Okay, so I'll go through it again and I will let you know when the registration begin properly. So the registration for this will start tomorrow. And guys, okay, even if you don't qualify to share in this $5 million that Gate.io is giving out, okay, You can actually get the iPhone. Okay, you can get the iPad and all of that that I'll be giving out, right? So yeah. Trading volume is what I'm looking at. I think it's around $20,000, right? It should be around 20,000 trading volume. Trading volume. Yes, look at it, okay? It's just 20,000 in trading volume. That is just all you need, okay? And you qualify for that, okay, guys? It's just 20,000 in trading volume. That is all you need, and you qualify for, this ongoing trading competition, guys. So don't miss this, okay? Don't miss this. Take advantage of that, and yeah, let's see how it goes, okay? Yeah. So for right now, we'll be looking if this rejects at this trend line, okay? If we use this trend line as a resistance for the SRP, we'll be looking for a short trade. Okay, guys, so see you later in the afternoon. Once again, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and above all, like the video, okay? I'll see you guys later in the afternoon. So, yeah, we'll finish from Bybit. I just want to say a lot of us, at the end of the Bybit competition, you tell me that, oh, I actually saw like $100 in my account. Is that from Bybit? I saw like $500 in my account. It all depends, okay? It all depends if you're able to participate actively. But if not, this is another opportunity for you. All you need is just $100 on the Gate.io account. I'll be doing live trading every day for the period of this competition as well. And join me live on their channel for the giveaways of the iPhones, the iPad, and all of that, okay? They have set aside things that they'll be giving out, and I'll be part of those that will be distributing those. So, yeah. See you guys later in the afternoon. I love you guys. Okay, let's make this week a profitable week. Don't rush into trade, guys. Okay, don't enter trade blindly. I've done that and it has eaten my money a lot. So don't do that again. Don't rush because you don't want to miss out. You just rush into a trade and at the end of the day, you end up losing money. Guys, don't do that. All right. So see you later in the afternoon. Bye bye. And do have a profitable day ahead. Whatever result you get, okay, from all the coins we have analyzed, share your result with me on Telegram. Bye bye.